Guys, I'm gonna break down a misconstrued and a misinterpreted version of a reward system that most of you are tapped into. The reward system has been programmed into our minds since the young days of when you have been the most easily influenced, ages of between 4 and 9 years old. Naturally, you're an innocent child who isn't taking in information consciously. Everything is just being absorbed subconsciously, you're just taking in everything that's being shown your way. One aspect of this information is when you're in school, if you remember back, there would be this conception in class. If you guys would remember, for example, I do remember this in the United Kingdom in school. When you're in class, you basically get rewarded for participation, small behavior, which doesn't really make sense. It doesn't reward growth. You raise your hand, Timothy raised his hand, here's a golden sticker. Or you sit still and you don't jitter, you be a little good boy and you sit still and you don't get curious, you don't do what you want to do. Because realistically, as a young person, you want to go wild, you want to do so many things, you're curious naturally, you can't sit still in class, you want to speak to your friends and figure things out a different way, but you are forced to sit in that chair and read that textbook and look at the teacher and read what they're saying, and then you get rewarded with some sort of like maybe sugary snack. It's rewarding compliance. It's creating a version of you that's being trained to become a dopamine junkie, rather than actually building growth, building a reward system based on outcome of action. And let me explain what I mean by outcome of action. When you are on your self-development journey, for example, let's say somebody's on their self-development journey, a lot of people don't have that momentum and progress because they go to the gym for 3 to 4 days and they now believe gym is a universal example, right? You can think about this in any other realm you'd like to and implement the same ideology, but you'll see what I mean. If somebody goes to the gym 3 to 4 days, most people decide to reward themselves with something because they've worked hard for something, and the reward idea comes from the fact of the golden sticker in school. Now they're going to reward themselves for complying with their own idea. So they've complied to the fact that they're going to go to the gym and work out, and they're going to now reward themselves with a dessert or a cheat meal. So you're telling me that you're going to go to the gym, work hard, try to improve your body, and then you're going to reward yourself with a meal that retraces your progress, reverts it back. It actually doesn't have any health benefit towards what you're actually working towards. So you're working towards becoming healthier and greater and going to the gym, and then you're going to reward yourself with something that does the opposite from the inside out. See what I mean? Realistically, your reward should be the fact that you are going to the gym, and your reward is the body that you are attaining. You're becoming stronger, you're becoming more mentally clear. And now you're going to go eat food that's going to reverse that. You're going to become weaker, you're going to cause extra inflammation, you're going to have brain fog. And this is one example, and you can add this into other aspects of life, like I said. So the reward of you reading your Bible and getting closer to God, reading your Quran and getting closer to God, should be the fact that you are more spiritually heightened. Not that now you can go out with your friends and do a mazzoline, now that you can just smoke a joint and go to the club. You can't just pray it off later. So if you train today, the reward is the fact that you'll have a new frame of your body. You're carving a Hercules within yourself. But that won't happen if you're going to keep cheating mealing. If you eat clean for a week, your reward is now the fact that your brain fog and your anxiety is gone. That's your reward. It's the outcome of your action. The fact that you've been eating clean is now giving you an outcome of a clear mind, focused mind, less anxiety. There's proven studies that processed food causes higher levels of ADHD. And do what you want with that information. If you say no to temptation, if you say no to your friends going to the club, if you say no to that joint going out to the park and walking around the hood, now your reward is a more silent, more focused, dangerous version of yourself that starts to respect yourself again. And you have higher levels of respect, and that's gonna give you that cycle in other aspects of life. It's all within motion, cause and effect. Back to last video when I said yin and yang. My friends, you were not born to be weak. They have trained you. You have been trained to be weak. But now you know that the next time you finish something hard, you conquer a challenge, you conquer it. Don't search for comfort as your reward. You can look yourself in the mirror and be proud of what you have done and tell yourself that my outcome is this. This is the reward. I am the reward. what you are now becoming is the reward. All of your efforts that you have put in is becoming the new you. That is the new outcome, and that is the reward. Rather than seeking reward in the hedonistic world, you're seeking rewards out there when the reward should be within you. Guys, let's start something in the comments below. Let's comment. No more stickers, no more gold stickers. If this cracked your shell even a slight little bit, if this gave you some sort of idea, just put that in the comments, because I'm not here to inspire you. I'm just here to remind you guys of what you already know deep down. So just tap into it. Think about it. Get closer to the new you. Who is that version of you that you are attaining towards? If you keep on eating this way, if you keep on acting this way, if you keep on seeking these pleasures, where is that gonna bring you in the next 5 days? If you, for example, had sugar every single day this week, that's gonna give you an insane amount of brain fog. You will not be able to concentrate on complex tasks, on simple things that would allow you to elevate yourself. That's 5 days. So what would happen in the next year, in the next few months, in the next year? How many more years of your life? God willing, we have many more years left. But where will you be later in those years based on how you are acting now?